Young women can't resist older men who still do this. Let's be honest. It's not about money. It's not just about looks. And it's definitely not about age. There's something different about certain older men, something that draws younger women like a quiet magnet. It's not flashy. It's not loud. It's a presence. These men don't chase attention, yet they get it effortlessly. They don't try to prove they're young, but they feel alive. And the reason young women can't resist them lies in the mindset, the behavior, and the aura they carry. Let's talk about that deeply, psychologically, and truthfully. Keycap 1. They have a calm confidence, not a loud ego. When a man grows older and wiser, his energy changes. He's no longer trying to compete with every other man in the room. He doesn't need to show off, doesn't need to be loud, doesn't need to prove he's better. That calmness is powerful. A young woman feels it instantly. The difference between a boy who wants attention and a man who doesn't need it. Psychologically, this calm confidence triggers something ancient in attraction. Safety. A woman feels that this man won't react impulsively, won't panic, won't crumble under pressure. He's lived. He's seen life. He knows storms pass. And in that calmness there's mystery. An unspoken strength that says, I know who I am. I know what I want. I'm not here to impress. I'm here to be. That quiet confidence is irresistible. Keycap 2. They still have purpose, and it shows. Here's what truly separates an attractive older man from the rest. He hasn't given up on life. He still wakes up with purpose. He still dreams. He still works on himself, physically, mentally, emotionally. You can see it in his eyes, that spark that says, I'm not done yet. Younger women sense that immediately. Because purpose is magnetic energy. It radiates strength, discipline, and direction. Psychologically, women are drawn to men with clarity. A man who knows where he's going, even if he's not there yet, creates emotional security. It's not about being rich or famous. It's about energy. The man who still pursues his purpose tells the world, I'm alive. I'm growing. I'm evolving. And that energy is far more attractive than youth. Keycap 3. They listen deeply. A younger man often listens just to reply. An older, evolved man listens to understand. He doesn't rush. He doesn't interrupt. He values words, not just his but hers too. In today's world where everyone's talking but few are listening, a man who gives full attention becomes rare, and rare things attract. Emotionally mature listening builds a deep sense of connection. A young woman feels seen, not just looked at. She feels heard, not just tolerated. That's the emotional intelligence older men develop, not through books but through life. Because they've been through misunderstandings, heartbreaks, failures, they know how powerful listening can be. That's why young women feel emotionally safe with them. And safety is one of the deepest forms of attraction. Keycap 4. They carry emotional stability. Let's be honest, emotional chaos is exhausting. And many young men, though full of energy, are emotionally unstable. One moment high, the next moment low, constantly reacting. Older men who've grown emotionally stable give off a different vibe. They don't get angry easily. They don't take things personally. They don't play games or test people. Their peace is their power. They've learned that arguments don't solve everything. Understanding does. They've realized that real strength isn't in shouting. It's in staying calm when others lose control. A young woman can feel this difference. When she's with such a man, she feels grounded. Because emotional maturity feels like home. And no woman can resist the feeling of being at home emotionally. Keycap 5. They keep their body and mind young. Age is inevitable, but aging is a choice. The most attractive older men are not the ones trying to look young. They're the ones who live young. They exercise. They move with purpose. They take care of their body, not out of vanity, but out of respect for the life they've been given. Their posture, their eyes, their walk, it all shows vitality. And that vitality connects deeply with the feminine. Because women don't fall for wrinkles or muscles, they fall for energy. A man who still radiates passion for life, who still enjoys learning, laughing, living, that's magnetic. Even science agrees. A healthy lifestyle increases testosterone, improves posture, and boosts confidence. All signs of attractiveness. So when an older man keeps his body strong and his spirit young, he becomes the symbol of timeless masculinity. Keycap 6. They don't chase, they attract. Chasing comes from fear. Attracting comes from power. Older men who know their worth don't chase people or validation. They know that energy flows where respect grows. They move differently, slower, calmer, but more intentional. They give space. They observe. They understand. And because they don't chase, they stand out in a world full of desperate attention seekers. Young women feel that difference deeply. They can sense when a man is chasing out of insecurity and when he's standing firm in confidence. Attraction isn't about running after someone. It's about drawing them in without trying. That's what wise older men have mastered. Keycap 7. They have learned the art of subtle charm. Charm doesn't mean flirting. It means presence with grace. An older man who carries subtle charm doesn't need pickup lines or fake compliments. His smile, his eye contact, his calm body language, that's enough. He compliments rarely, but when he does, it feels real. He doesn't flirt to win, he flirts to connect. That charm comes from years of social understanding. He knows that the right words at the right time can touch a heart deeper than 1,000 meaningless texts. And young women sense this emotional depth, a form of maturity that's rare in today's rushed digital world. Keycap 8. They don't fear. Many men believe showing emotion makes them weak. Older, wiser men know the opposite is true. They're not afraid to express their thoughts, their pain, their lessons. They've learned that vulnerability builds connection, not weakness. Psychologically, vulnerability activates trust. When a man can say, "Yes, I've been through pain, but I've learned from it," it shows courage. And that courage makes women feel emotionally connected, not manipulated. Younger women today crave authenticity, someone real, grounded, honest. And older men who've embraced their emotions become that safe space. Keycap 9. They understand the power of patience. Everything about them moves slower but deeper. They don't rush love. They don't force outcomes. They don't demand instant results. They've seen what impatience does. It destroys trust, peace, and passion. So they choose patience. They let relationships grow naturally. They allow space for mystery. They value connection more than control. That patience creates a powerful sense of safety and stability, something young women rarely find in fast-paced relationships. Because maturity knows, anything that grows fast fades fast. Keycap 10. They radiate gratitude and peace. Here's the truth. Life softens a man who's truly lived. He's no longer angry at the world. He's grateful. He's learned to let go of grudges, ego, and people who don't respect him. He appreciates peace more than attention. And that peace gives him a glow, an aura that can't be faked. Women can feel it, because peace is rare. A man who carries peace becomes a healing presence in a chaotic world. That's why young women find them irresistible, not because of their age, but because of the energy they bring. Calm, secure, wise, and grounded. Rose's final thoughts. In the end, attraction isn't about numbers, it's about energy. A young woman isn't drawn to an older man because he's older. She's drawn to what he represents. Maturity, stability, confidence, and purpose. He becomes a symbol of safety in a world full of noise. A reminder that real masculinity is quiet, protective, understanding, and powerful. So if you're an older man watching this, remember, you don't need to compete with the young. You just need to stay alive inside. Keep your purpose alive. Keep your health strong. Keep your heart open. Because youth fades but energy doesn't. And when a man keeps his energy, his purpose, and his peace, he becomes timeless. That's the kind of man young women can't resist. Hit that subscribe button and join us on a journey through the timeless wisdom of the older generation. Don't miss a single life-changing lesson.